we're going to talk Arsenal and a bit of Spurs as well. You must be very excited, Benty, as an Arsenal fan.
Yeah, I am. I mean, there's still more to go, but I am excited because we're finally seeing Arteta back. He was back last summer, signed a few players. You know what I mean? The likes of Ben White, he signed Ramsdale, Lokonga, Tavares,
Odegaard,
Partey,
Gabriel.
Yeah, so there's been some good signings there.
Lots of players.
But I think it's the next crop that comes in, whether that be Gabriel Jesus, who looks like it's close, good signing, Rafinha, good player, Tielemans, I like him. Do you know what I mean? They're being linked to them, these players.
Tielemans, do you know what? Tielemans would be an unbelievable buy for Arsenal.
I mean, you look at this next crop, it says transfer rumours, right? It says Gabriel Jesus, Rafinha, Tielemans, Richarlison, Calvert-Lewin, Lisandro Martinez, Marco Asensio. If you can get 3 out of that crop of players,
God, you don't want much, do you?
Yeah, but if you can get, they're linked to quite heavily to all that 3 of them.
Anthony Gordon, you're heavily linked to as well.
Yeah, he's a good player, but I think
it divides opinion when we talked about that in the meeting.
Yeah, not if you can get Rafinha, you'd rather. But listen, Spurs are spending the money. Obviously, Perisic, Forster, Basum is a good signing. But I like what Arsenal are doing. I really do like what they're doing.
Do you think there was that famous quote, wasn't there, from Arsene Wenger when he said top 4's a trophy? Okay, we know it's not, but I understand where he's going with it. What's bigger for Arsenal this season? Is it silverware or is it top 4?
Well, we was having this discussion before, weren't we? And it's a difficult one, and it'd be interesting to see what Arsenal fans thinks, because Ollie obviously gave me in the scenario. He said, Ollie on the... Yeah, he said, as an Arsenal fan, would I take 8th in the Premier League, but they win the Europa League?
Yeah.
I think I would.
So you get Champions League football...
But you finish 8th.
And Spurs finish above you?
Yeah.
Would you take that?
But it's Europa League, it's a trophy.
I know, but...
And you're in the Champions League.
I know that.
But 8th is awful. But we finished 8th before anyway, not long ago, so...
Okay, you'd rather take that than 4th?
What, just 4th and no trophy?
And above Spurs?
So
4th, no trophy, above Spurs,
yeah.
Or 8th?
Below Spurs, but win the Europa?
Yeah.
Give me the Europa. Give me the Europa League.
Really?
It's a big that's a big trophy, and you're in the Champions League.
I know it is.
Yeah,
I don't even know the answer to it.
Give me the Europa. Arsenal last trophy.
What about FA Cup? FA Cup, so there's no...
What, 8th for the FA Cup?
Yeah,
no chance. No.
What about 5th FA Cup?
No.
Okay, so you need Champions League football.
You need Champions League
minimum
football.
requirement for Arsenal and Arteta is Champions League football.
If they can win, if they finish 4th, brilliant. But if you're offering me, and the 8th is awful, and I hate it's not.
No, of course it is awful.
8th is not progression. But if they were to win the Europa and they're back in the Champions League anyway,
yeah.
Wow.
Okay, if he doesn't get it right, okay, let's just say a couple of those come in. Let's just say you get Rafinha and Richarlison.
We've got Gabriel Jesus, looks like it's done.
Yeah, on top of that, right? And by Christmas time, Arsenal are sniffing around. Not mid-table, but let's just say they get off to the same awful start they got off to last season.
And he's got these players.
No excuse, right?
There is no excuse, but...
Oh, here we go, there's an excuse.
There's no excuse.
Okay, but
who would you get to come in?
Well, that's not an answer. Well, Pochettino?
No, he's not going to go to...
Okay, but I'm just saying there are great managers out there. There's always...
If he gets off to a rocky...
I never understand when people... Who would you get...
If he gets giving them 3 players and they're ready to go from day one and Arsenal still languishing at the bottom like they were first 3 games of the season, he's under some serious pressure.
Okay, if you finish the season without a trophy and outside the top 4, failure?
Well, outside the top 4... where outside the top 4?
5th, 6th. Where did you finish last season? 5th?
5th.
So you've got to improve on that. I mean, you're spending all this... You spent more money than anyone in the last window.
We got that close to the Champions League.
You bottled it in the end.
If we don't get into the 4th this season...
Yeah.
And say Spurs are 4th, Chelsea, the normal top 2,
United.
and they're miles away from us, it's failure.
Yeah. What was the missing ingredient, do you think, between top 4 this season?
Lost our nerve.
That was it. You bottled it.
There was 3 games: Southampton, Palace, and there was one more in there. We got
Spurs.
Was it Spurs? No, Spurs won in that 3. There was 3 games where we should have
lost.
Was it Brighton? Was it Brighton?
No, I don't think...
It was Southampton, Palace, and Brighton. I think
I
think it was them 3. Not one win in there, and we finished top 4. But at the end, when Spurs beat us up 3-0, and then we completely also lost to Newcastle, completely lost their heads.
Okay, a quick word on Spurs. What do you make of where they're at the moment and players that are linked to them? Richarlison also linked to Spurs.
Yeah,
you mentioned a few signings that they've got. They've got a decent reserve goalkeeper that's coming in, Forster.
What Conte's doing now is he's getting ready for the right now. He's not doing what Spurs have done, kind of history-wise, is where they go, you know what, we're going to buy like maybe a bit younger. That they'll develop into good players. Conte's like, well, I'm not here for that. I'm here to win trophies now. I'm here to, do you know what I mean, get the job done now. So I need to sign players that are already made live. Because you look at like Perisic, he would have signed before Conte was there.
No.
Or even Perisic, or even maybe Fraser Forster. No chance. But the fact that now he's there, he's like, listen, Daniel, like, I need to go now. This is a great opportunity for this football club to kick on now. Bit of I still think Chelsea will finish above Spurs, but there is a little bit of.
I was talking to Tony Jacobs in the break. They come out of the studio and we come in. There's about 4 or 5 minutes. He was saying, I can't believe our clubs haven't signed him. I'm talking about Man United as well. I know Andy Jacobs is always glass half empty. Right, he's actually 3/4 empty, even if it is half empty. But he has a point that Chelsea need to start buying players.
They will. But I look at Spurs and they look at Chelsea. A little bit of. You don't quite know what's going on with Chelsea, losing players, not signed anyone. Yeah. The situation at United. So Spurs probably smell blood and go, you know what, we could really capitalise on what's going on here, which is why it looks like they're going hell for leather in this transfer market.
Okay, so you're gonna say that Arteta, with these players coming in, if they do, Jesus and a few others,
top 4, got to be top 4.
Got to be top 4.
Got to be top 4.
Otherwise, it's failure.
It's failure.
But you would take 8th.
I'll take 8th in the trophy.
And Europa League.
Europa League. I'm not taking League Cup or FA Cup.
Okay, but only because that trophy gives you entrance into the Champions League. I'm just curious. I know it's hypothetical. If it didn't, right? If winning the Europa League didn't get you entry into the Champions League,
then it's failure.
What?
8th and winning the Europa League.
Would you take 5th? It's irrelevant. But I'm curious. As in, it's a trophy. Would you take 5th in Europa League trophy?
You take it, but
that's not good enough.
No, but that carrot of winning.
Okay.
Getting yourself back into the Champions League. Because listen, the Europa League is a big trophy. But if it gets you back into the Champions League, you've got to go.
So bottom line for Arteta, if he's there the whole season, you must get Champions League football. Otherwise, it's failure.
If you get given everything you want last summer, you get given Gabriel Jesus, Rafinha, Tillemans, these type of players, then you've got to get top 4.
Okay. Otherwise, it's failure.
Yeah.
Would you say exactly the same for Spurs?
Yeah, because Spurs have been in the top 4 this season. Okay. So if they then drop out of it, that's failure.
So out of the 2 North London clubs, if one or both don't get top 4, it's failure.
Yeah. What do you think?
I totally agree with you.
What about United? If they don't finish in the top 4,
we're not doing United. We're doing that later. News at 10 Hag later.
If they don't finish in the top 4,
I don't know. With United, we have to see who comes in. If no one comes in and we don't get top 4, it's failure. Of course. In fact, it's always failure if United don't get top 4. What we're talking about. If United don't win the league, it's failure.
No, that's ridiculous.
No, of course it is. That's how big the club is.
No, it was. It's a big club, but your mentality has to change.
No, we got every season United go out to win the Premier League. If we don't get it, it's failure. Oh, you got high standards at the club.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
Well, second is not success.
No, second is not success, but
it is for a club like Arsenal.
No, but you can't.
And it is for Spurs.
You can't genuinely think that you're going to win the league.
No, I didn't say that. I said if we don't win the league, then it's failure.
Okay.
Would you agree with that?
No, because Man United are not going to win the league. So
I know they're not.
But it's not failure then.
Oh, it is for United.
If
Spurs finish second,
unbelievable.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
If United finish second, failure.
It's unbelievable.
It's not.
If Van United finish second, that means they would have had to pip either City or Liverpool.
Doesn't matter.
Which is incredible.
It's for the club. It's failure.
No,
anything other than success for United is failure.
That's unreal.
All right, there you go. We're opening up to United fans as well. 03717223344.